match. Alright, so 10 minutes off the clock in my challenge match. This is round 4 of the Vintage Challenge. We're 2-1. We're playing against whatever's going on here. You want to do this first in case we find a HogaakVine?
4 months of moxes going up and down.
Yo, appreciate that. Thanks, Silver. I mean, this is another hand that just loses to Doomsday, so I wouldn't get too hyped about this hand yet. Like, if opponent just goes Vamp, untap, Doomsday, kill me, like, that's certainly something that could happen. I don't think this hand's, like, unbeatable by any means. This is, like, very similar to the hand that Dan beat us with. It actually is lethal if we draw a Moxen or a Lotus with the Root Walla Pump, which is pretty cool. Turn 2 kill. Oh, it's Bug. Okay, that's really good for me. Assassin's Trophy. It's just better versus different decks. This is better against the current this is better against the Bug metagame, but it's worse against the combo metagame. This deck is much better at playing through hate. Whereas the other deck is really good against combo because it packs tons of forces. See, we only need 2 minutes to play every match. Who needs the first 10? We're already pretty much pre-boarded for Bug. The only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to bring in an Assassin's Trophy. Do I want to bring in a Vigor? I don't really think so. Like, they might play Ley Lines, but it's not like a big deal. I think I would rather just play 3 Vigors than change anything here. It's kind of funny. Opponent like got really mad that we waited for 10 minutes when they started the match by making us wait for 5 minutes. So kind of odd. If opponent plays Tarmogoyf in their deck in Vintage, they deserve to lose. Is my take on it. If you're playing, if you're like, I want to play Vintage, but I want to play Tarmogoyf. What are you doing? Go play Modern. Get out of here with that. Basking Root Wall is free. Free! Is this hand keepable? Not really. Root Walla is 0 mana Tarmogoyf. You love to see it. You know what's nice about Hogaak? My deck can't be stream. It's a lot harder for me to get stream sniped because I just make my play and then I don't have to hold anything up. If they look at my hand, it doesn't matter. Ooh, wow. I'm pretty sure I'm keeping this hand. Yeah, this deck is very good at keeping Bizarreless hands when they play turn 1 Hogaaks. This hand I think is a keep just because how powerful this is. Obviously pretty bad against a Leyline hand from the opponent, though. Maybe it's not a keep. I don't know. We have time to buy. I'm pretty sure I'm going to... I'm pretty sure I want to keep this hand. I mean, I'm ready to get sniped after my opponent was very upset that we used 10 minutes of our clock. So it just sounds like something that would happen. I think I want to mulligan this hand. If it was the other way around, well, yeah, I think this is not good enough. Yeah, this is the one. Keep this one. I found the one. Do I want a Deathrite Shaman, or would I rather have a Stitcher Supplier? I think I'd rather have a Stitcher Supplier. Deathrite Shaman would help against their Deathrite Shamans, but I think I would rather go in on this hand than anything else. Is there any way to play this better? Should I sequence like my Jet first? Should I sequence my Stitcher Supplier first? Do I gain anything by sequencing my Stitcher Supplier first? Yeah, I can gain an extra Vengevine. What I should have done is I should have played my Stitcher Supplier before I even played my Bazaar. That was pretty bad, because I could hit Bloodghasts. It was bad sequencing. Okay, I didn't get punished. Interesting. See if this Vengevine gets eaten by like a surgical or something. If it doesn't get eaten, I probably am playing Hogaak instead of attacking. They did have surgical extraction. Pretty good. Next turn I can play a Hogaak though. No way for me to play around that one. I'm actually only 1 mana off of Hogaak on this turn, on turn 1. Kind of unfortunate. Don't think there was really any way for me to get there though. Down 1. Alright. cool Misty. I do like that Misty art. All foil. Gotta love it. What is this? Blue Time Walk? Sure. Does that mean we're gonna get Oko'd? Oko is pretty good against my Hogaaks, that's for sure. It'd be pretty hard to beat the Oko here. Narset. That's not as big a deal. So there's stained glass Narset? I didn't know that. I think I'm supposed to go for the Gak though, right? I mean, I think I'm supposed to go for the Vine though. Huh. They didn't activate the Narset so that we couldn't kill it with Rootwalla. I could put the Narset to 1. I think I would rather just play my Gak though. I think I'd rather hold this than pitch 1 card. And the nice thing is if they don't have any more well, they can hit Jet, I guess. I was gonna say like if they don't have any more lands, they can't play like an Oko this turn. Needle. Oh no, that's Cage. God, everything looks the same when it's all foily. Sure, I don't really care about Cage at this point. Do you have an Assassin's Trophy? I can still kill this Narset. You're at 1 card. Gonna wait till next turn. Okay. This does mean I can't pitch my Misty Rainforest, unfortunately. Another one. I'm gonna put 2 at Narset. No, yeah, I'm gonna put 2 at Narset just in case they decide to shoot my Rootwalla. Because then they can't draw another card off Narset. I think that's the case. I think that makes sense. I want to keep this Hogaak in hand so I can cast it from, yeah. I want to keep this Gak in my hand so that I can cast it from my hand. So to do that, I can't activate this Bazaar until next turn. So on this turn, though, I can activate Bazaar, put 3 cards in my yard, and then I have exactly enough to play Hogaak. Nice Grafdigger's Cage. Good magic card. They had Force? Alright, well they have no more cards. So how good can they top deck? Let's find out. Tarmogoyf? Oko? Leovold? Wow, Leovold. Not bad. That's certainly not a very good card against Leovold. Would I rather play it, though? I should probably play it, and then I can activate Bazaar on their turn to draw 1 and pitch 1. What does that do for me? I have an active... So it would do something for me if eventually I find another Hogaak into my hand. Or if I find another root wall at a pump. So yeah, let's do that. Wasteland. So I should hold this. Wait. Alright, so we're gonna activate this. Alright, I didn't hit either of those things. I mean, opponent's not winning this race currently, so interesting attack. Ah, so close. And by so close, I mean literally does nothing for me. You can cantrip on their turn if I draw a fetch land, though. Oh, alright, what'd you top deck, homie? Sure, why not? Interesting. Do they draw 2 cards if I do this? Or I guess if I just target the cage? I don't know, targeting the cage isn't very good anyways, so there's kind of no point. Cage isn't the cage isn't restricting us in any way. Just trade with my Root Walla. It'll buy you so much time, opponent. You might block. Unknown card in hand. Hollow one. Can almost cast this. Almost. Alright, it's time. Leovold down. So I'm gonna cycle my hollow one here and see if I can't find fetch land. Interesting. I kind of want a Deathrite Shaman. Oh, I can get my Hogaak. No, I can't. I need another spell. No, I don't think this Vigor is that good. It stops them from having a black source, but I think the Deathrite Shaman is more important. I'm pretty sure the Deathrite Shaman is more important. Oh, that's a 6/7 Tarmogoyf. Okay. A little bit smaller than my Hogaak, but a Bazaar. Interesting. I have so many choices, chat. So many choices. It's gotta be Deathrite Shaman. Do I still play this Bazaar? I mean, this turn, I could force a Vigor, and I can maybe get a Hogaak. I should activate this Bazaar, probably. I think I'm supposed to activate this Bazaar. Alright, so I guess the problem with this line is I lost all the things that I care about in life. Well, that's not true. What I can do is discard Ancestral, force Once Upon a Time. Sorry. And discard Ancestral, Deathrite Shaman Once Upon a Time, force a Vigor, they're 2 things, crack for a Dryad Arbor, and play a Hogaak. I can play a Gak right now. I lose my Ancestral and my Deathrite Shaman. I already know. Oh, we played a Bazaar. You're right. We played a Bazaar. You're right. Okay, I'm off it. Played a Bazaar. Bazaar is greedy. Sure, why not? I mean, the Bazaar is going to be pretty important if we were casting Ancestral. Shouldn't we waste? No, this is an important mana. Waste is not keeping them off of any spells. What's the hell is the point of wasting? There's legit no point in wasting. Not keeping them off of anything. Unless they're playing Chase the Mind Sculptor, I guess. Waste could be our mana to cast Force of Vigor next turn. Sure, I think that's fine. I think playing Deathrite and doing nothing is fine. That's your attack? Sure, I don't care. Tabernacle. This is why we didn't waste. I think I'm supposed to Ancestral. I guess we had a lethal Deathrite Shaman clock if I hadn't done that, but I am actually just like taking dumb choices, I think. I mean, I think it didn't matter. I mean, the Bazaar looks really good on that turn. I think they mattered. I think I took the right decisions. I think the other choice was bad. It was too low variance. Or too it was too low variance. Actually, we'll just leave it at that. It was too low variance. See, look, I only need 10 minutes. I don't need 25 minutes. All right, we should go back and look at how we were actually supposed to fucking sequence that, because it was actually interesting. I don't know if we should applaud my decision making yet. Let's take an actual introspective look at it and see if there was actually something worth applauding in what we've done there. Well, I wasn't gonna cast the Hogaak. I wanted to attack, and I wanted to play double blockers. Why would I cast Hogaak there? That doesn't make any sense. I don't want to cast Hogaak there. All right, so here, oh, I can get my Hogaak. No, I can't. I need another spell. No, I don't think this Vigor is that good. It stops them from having a Black Source, but I think the Deathlight Shaman is more important. I'm pretty sure. I mean, Hogaak is one of the best decks in Vintage right now. Okay. Hogaak, Doomsday, a Bazaar, interesting. Bug, those are like the best decks in Vintage. All right, so we have about 1 million options on this turn. Really interesting deck. So we have Force of Vigor, Hardcast. I don't think that's very good. The problem with Force of Vigor Hardcast is that we can't actually play our Hogaak this turn under any circumstance. I don't know. The playback might be important. I don't know if I want to mute that yet. I think the Deathrite pass plan is okay. I mean, you're still playing the Bazaar out, right? There's no reason not to. Yeah, that's probably better than activating Bazaar here. Think about this. Play Deathrite, played Bazaar, no activation of Bazaar. Yeah, it's much better. I don't know. Looking up at this from second perspective, like activating Bazaar. What kind of hits can I get if I activate Bazaar? Is there even anything good? I don't think so. I agree. So like we didn't play well. We made a misplay. There's like nothing I can hit off Bazaar. Well, that's not true. If I hit a Root Walla off my Bazaar, then I can cast Force of Vigor and play a Hogaak this turn. Trophy is pretty good too. Yeah, Trophy is good. I think there's some merit to this line. It's Trophy, Root Walla. Those are the big ones, right? Trophy, Root Walla, Hollow One. So it's pretty hard to keep the Hollow One when you want to keep the insect. So the big reason that Bazaar isn't good is because we like the cards in our hand. So there's no reason to go put ourselves in a place where we might have to discard one of the cards that we like. And that's the biggest reason. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. I have no idea what's exiled. I agree though. I think that I don't think any Root Wallas. Maybe there are some. I mean, I could go back and look, but I don't really want to. I think it's much less risky to just play Deathrite Shaman and pass here, and I think that would be correct. So let's say we play Deathrite Shaman and pass, and then we also play the Bazaar and pass, because there's no reason not to use our land drop on Bazaar here. And then let's look at our top two cards and see what they are and how this game would play out. I think just playing, like, we had lines where we could just, like, go for the drain kill. Alright, so, like, those are both dead cards. We would draw Once Upon a Time. Next turn, it would be pretty dead. But I would have an active Deathrite Shaman. We would still have to act... Well, no. We would probably just use our Deathrite Shaman to make blue mana and cast Ancestral Recall. We would, yeah, so what we would do is we would use our Deathrite Shaman to make blue mana, cast Ancestral Recall, and then we would draw into this Verdant Catacombs. So we would Vigor their two cages, play Verdant Catacombs and the follow-up Deathrite Shaman, and then cast Hogaak from our yard. So I think that makes this line much better. No, I would draw this Once Upon a Time for the turn. I would draw the Once Upon a Time for the turn. I wouldn't activate this Bazaar. So I draw Once Upon a Time for turn, and then I have to draw Verdant and the next two cards with Ancestral Recall. That attack was kind of interesting from my opponent. What? You draw from right to left? Why? How is that possible? Obviously, the Holding Wasteland was good. So then we wouldn't have this Wasteland, though. So we wouldn't be able to cast Hogaak. Sorry, we wouldn't be able to cast Force of Vigor. But we would draw one more card. So we draw this extra card here. Or, so you're saying it would be, we would draw the Hogaak, is what you're saying? Okay. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I think from after casting this Ancestral, I played all this fine. Like, obviously I can play the Hogaak this turn, but it's definitely, I don't think it's as good as just, like, attacking and playing two blockers when I'm representing, like, super lethal here, probably. Don't think it really matters at that point. I did draw pretty well at the end there. Okay, I agree. I think the Bazaar, I think activating the Bazaar was too greedy. I don't think the line is without merit, because there definitely are hits that make it good. But I do think it was too greedy. So. Good to know. Good to know. We learning. Interesting. I don't think I knew that. That's really good to know going into casting, actually. I guess I don't get to see the hands anyways, because Magic Online doesn't let you see the hands. Never mind. Okay, we're gonna wait for round 5. This is a 7-round tournament, so we still kind of need to win our next 3 matches. Dan knocked us out early here. We're taking a loss to Adam Yurchik. What's this say?